Hey, good people, it's Nick again. I'm back with another video. Today in this video, guys, I'm going to talk about why it's important to take action and show up for your business. Why it's important to be present for your business. For myself, when I first came online, one of the things I struggled with, and there were many things I struggled with, but one of the things I struggled with was showing up, you know, being present and taking action. Yeah, I started my business off with an investment. Yeah, I, did all the technical work that was required of me to do. But when it came down to me actually showing up every day, actually doing, being there for my business, it was hard for me. It was a challenge. Now, don't get me wrong, making money online is not hard. It can be if you don't know what to do. And it can be a challenge when it comes down to taking action. But that's okay when it becomes a challenge because challenges let you know that there's, room for learning and growing. And so for me, I struggled with this in the beginning because I did not understand that a lot of my business thriving had to do with me showing up and taking action. So let me give you an example. So we're going to just say, come up with a little story. I guess we can use Craig, right? Let's use a guy named Craig. Craig has this business venture that he's venturing off to do, and he is basically has taken all the necessary steps of having his business getting up off the ground. He's had this the expenses and everything taken care of. His building is there. He got all the equipment, everything he needs. Prior to the business opening, Craig has done all this heavy promotion, marketing, getting his business out there, letting people know that, hey, I got a grand opening coming up soon. So he's paid for all those type of advertisements and whatnot. Also, he's took the necessary steps to, basically hire staff. So he's hired his staff. He's hired the waitresses. He's hired the cashier, the hostess, the back of the house. He's hired the cooks, the dishwasher, everything it takes to be able to have a successful running functional business. Now, as we progress, days come and days come, we're getting closer and closer to the opening event. Well, Craig, he has a group training session where for the next couple of weeks leading up to the grand opening, he's training all his employees. He's making sure his wait staff knows all the drinks, they knows the menus, the ins and out, how the food tastes, so they can be able to, service the customers better, not just for the business, but for themselves as well, since they're gonna be working off tips. The same thing for the person who's working the register, the cashier. You know what I'm saying? Showing them how to do different things with the payment methods and stuff like that. With the hostess, he's making sure that they know how to seat and greet the customers, what to do when you have a wait list. Same thing for the back of the house, how to operate the dish machine, how to work on the prep line, how to prepare the food, how to dress the food, everything he's making sure he's dotting all his I's and crossing his T's. So let's just say it's the day before the day before the grand opening, right? Craig is tossing and turning all night. He can't sleep because, he's really excited. And so this just got him, he's just really amped. He can't wait to open his business because this is something he's been working on. He's been putting a lot of time in. He's just been really preparing for it. So he's up and he's like, well, I'm already up. So, and I only have to be at work in what, 4 or 5 more hours? So Craig decides to go in 3 hours earlier. So he goes in 3 hours earlier, goes in, checks on his store, makes sure everything's tip, top. So he receives a phone call. He gets a phone call. It's one of the new employee staff members that he's hired. And it was like, hey, Craig, I know I'm supposed to be at work at such and such for the grand opening, but I can't come because, you know, um, I forgot that I have a scheduled doctor's appointment for my kids or whatever. So they call in because they have a doctor's appointment for their kids that they had scheduled. So Craig was like, okay. He's thinking about it, and he knows that the person that calls in is one of the waitresses. So he's like, okay, well, I got plenty of other people, waitresses, already staffed. And if by the grand opening, if we get too busy, whatever, I can just always step in and, seat and pick up a table. So he was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll see you the next day at work. Okay, fine, whatever. So we constantly leading up to the grand opening. The employees start to roll in and arrive, some of the employees, and everybody's just really setting up their station in their area, getting prepared and stuff like that, because we're like literally like an hour or so from opening. And Craig was already there since he's the owner. He opened up. So of course they're gonna go in there and they're gonna prepare, right? So he gets another phone call. This time the phone call is from the one of the cashiers. Now he has two cashiers now. One of the cashiers says, "Hey Craig, I'm on my way, but I'm gonna be a little late. I caught a flat tire." And he was like, how far are you from here? Do you need for me to pick you up or whatever? And do you need me to send a ride or something like that to pick you up? Oh no, it shouldn't be much longer. We're in the middle of changing the tire now. Craig's like, okay, well I need you here. So are you gonna be here? They was like, yeah, we're gonna be there. We're just gonna be a little late. And Craig was like, okay, fine. So after he gets off the phone with them, Craig's like, okay, I'm down one waitress. I'm down one cashier. Okay, I'm just gonna have to just, make the best of this. So this is a grand opening, but I'm not gonna shake it. I'm not gonna let this get to me because this is a big day. Everything can still go right. So Craig sees another phone call. He receives another phone call 20 minutes before their opening. This time, this phone call is from the kitchen, a staff member that works on the line. They were like, hey, Craig, I know I'm supposed to be there, man, but I'm not going to be able to do it. I had a family emergency. It's really important. I'm not going to be able to do it. At this point, Craig is frustrated. He's nervous because you're literally minutes away from opening up your business and you got people calling out. And it's like, as time progresses and goes on, he looks around and a lot of the staff members that he hired, they still haven't showed up. Whether it be the waitresses or the kitchen crew members or even the dishwasher guy. So Craig is like, okay, well, where's everybody at? So he's calling people and he can't get people to answer and pick up. So it's his grand opening. So Craig is freaking out because in the back of his mind, he was like, man, I'm going to have to be doing this, doing that, doing all these different positions. I'm not going to be able to be in one place at the same time and make sure these guests get taken care of. He was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. And it frustrates him. So Craig, he decides to postpone because he doesn't have enough staff. Everybody's not there. And you got all these people outside waiting for an opening, but he's not going to be able to cater to everybody because he's going to lose customers. He's going to lose business. I say this to say that basically, if you're not showing up to work, you can't run a business. And that's the same thing. The only difference between this scenario with Craig and his staff and you is that, yeah, okay, what y'all got in common is y'all got a business. All right? You both got a business. But the difference is that Craig has a staff. You are your own staff. So you're not waiting on people to come in and work your business for you. You have to show up to your work every single day and do your own business. And that's the type of mindset that you have to have when you come online to do a business. You are your own staff. You are your own boss. So you have to show up and work. If you don't show up and work, how are you expect to get customers? How are you expect to take care of people's needs? How are you expect to make any money for your business to thrive and function if you're not there? Now, I get it. It can be scary and frustrating at times because people, if you were like myself with 2 jobs, more than 1 job, and you wanted to come online and you finally did, the last thing you want to think about is, oh, man, I got to work again, because it's like having a third gig. You already put in so much time and energy that you've been drained and putting into these other, jobs that are a priority. Now you got to come home in your business. You don't have the energy to give to that. And so I get it. It can be hard in that sense, but you have to understand and develop a type of mentality that if you don't work it, nobody else will. If you're not there, then you're closed. You're out of business. And so I wanted to come on and share that with you guys. Make sure that you are present for your business. Make sure you show up. Make sure you have a daily action plan. Write down what you're going to do every single day. If it's just 3 things on that list and you're able to get one done, that's something done that you wasn't going to do at all in the beginning, right? So something is better than nothing. And you every day you want to continue to write down a new daily action plan and show up and do that. Because what that's going to do is it's going to open up, new ideas and new room for you to grow in areas that you might lack in. You might need work over in this area with your speaking, and that could help you. You might need areas over here with your writing, and that could help you. So many different ways that you can grow by just showing up and doing the work. You want to improve on your business every single day, and that's how you do it, by being present and taking action. So definitely keep that in mind when you're building your online business and when you're trying to make money online. And then another thing I wanted to say was make sure that when you do start and you do show up, make sure your daily action plan doesn't consist of you doing so many different things at once, to where it has you multitasking, where you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing this and then you're doing that, to the point where you can't keep up with what you're doing. You're trying to do it all at once and you don't have time to focus. Yeah, you got to have your daily action plan of different tasks, but focus on one task at a time. Otherwise, you're going to be just like Craig, who's spreading himself too thin because he's low on waitresses, he's low on dishwasher, in the back crew, in the register. You're going to be overwhelmed, and you're not going to want to do it, and you're going to want to quit. So I hope this video was informative to you. I hope you found use for it. If you did, please show your appreciation by hitting the like button so that I'm able to share this information with others. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you be on the lookout for new content. And I will talk to you guys later.